in the co-main event, we're going to talk about some granite chins and some heat that was thrown in a very close, but in my opinion, clear decision for Weili Zhang. I will get the order of that right eventually. She defeats Joanna Jędrzejczyk via split decision in an instant classic, arguably the best women's MMA fight the UFC has ever had. This cashed our second bet of the night, which was 1.65 units on Weili Zhang at -165 to win 1 unit. So we were a perfect night for us. It was utterly amazing, and actually seeing Joanna's head afterward, I think that could have also swayed some judges, but I do think it was a very clear decision for Weili. I know a couple people were arguing the other side, and actually we ran a poll on Sunday that went all the way through, and 65% of you also agreed on the Weili side. So close as it may be, at least people within our MMA ecosystem agreed with us, and pumped we cashed that bet. Mike, talk about this ridiculous fight that happened with nearly identical striking numbers, nonstop action. I think I saw somewhere that it was a combined over 800 strikes thrown.
Well, holy shit, dude. I mean, this was by far the best women's strawweight fight ever, and maybe the best women's fight ever. I mean, I knew that leading up into this UFC that this was going to be the fight that I wanted to see the most. That's also why I threw down the bet on Weili Zhang. But it was absolutely incredible. I've watched it over 3 times already, going back to just make sure that I had Weili winning it, and I did. It's like no matter what happened, I had it 2-2 going into the 5th, and I just felt like Weili was doing the more octagon control, the more advancing, the more damage especially. And when you see that Joanna's forehead looked like Sarah from The Land Before Time, the little Triceratops, I mean, it was just ridiculous. The lump that was growing on her head, the hematoma, was absolutely massive. I know we've seen it on her forehead before, a smaller one, but nothing of the size of this, man. And it'd be really hard to be a judge and see that on her and score the fight for her. And then also all the trash talking that she did prior to the fight to Weili. So it was just an absolutely incredible performance from both girls. I was so stoked that we got to see it, and that both girls are such savages. And for people like Islam Makhachev to run his mouth and say that women don't have a spot in MMA, it's just absolutely stupid and barbaric and archaic type statements, because this was the fight of the night. It was the fight of the year so far to me. I can't think of anything else because of this fight was so new and recent. So it was amazing, the performance of both women fighters. I would love to see another round 2. I really feel like Weili Zhang has learned so much in those championship rounds, her first time in them. I mean, she dominated that 5th round, which is really important to me to see from especially a new champion, because her gas tank is got to be proven, especially since against such a worthy champion such as Joanna. I mean, Joanna was a savage. She went out there and gave it her all. I mean, I can't say anything bad about it besides the shit talking that she did to Weili before the fights. But all that matters is money when you're talking about this podcast, and that's what we brought. This was to get this finished off a 2-0 night. This brought you another $100 if you're a $100 better, and this is exactly why we do it. We just do it to cash bets, and hopefully we just keep this money train rolling, because lately we just been on a hot streak.